You walk into the room and you smile. You make eye contact. You speak clearly. From the outside, you look confident. But inside there's this script running. A constant loop of say this, don't say that, stand like this, don't look weak. And you've been doing it for so long that you don't even notice anymore. You've been faking confidence for so long, you forgot what real certainty feels like. I had a moment like this last year. I was at a friend's party talking to someone new, and I was doing everything right, laughing at the right moments, asking the right questions, nodding when I should. But halfway through the conversation, I realized something. I had no idea what I actually thought about anything we were talking about. I was just performing. And the scariest part, I didn't even know when I started doing it. Fake confidence is exhausting. It's like you're always on stage, always aware of how you're being perceived. You monitor your tone, your posture, your face. You calculate every word before it leaves your mouth. And yeah, it works. People think you're fine. They think you've got it together. But you feel hollow. Real certainty doesn't feel like that. Real certainty is quiet. It doesn't need to prove itself. It doesn't rehearse responses or check the room for approval. It just is. When you have real certainty, you can say, I don't know, without panicking. You can disagree without feeling like you're about to be rejected. You can be quiet without feeling invisible. But here's the thing. Most of us lost touch with that a long time ago. Maybe you grew up in a place where showing doubt meant getting hurt, where being uncertain made you a target. So you learned to fake it. You learned to act like you knew what you were doing, even when you didn't. And over time, that performance became your default. You stopped checking in with yourself. You stopped asking, what do I actually want? Or what do I actually believe? Because the goal wasn't to be real. The goal was to survive. I've noticed this in myself. There are moments when someone asks me a simple question. What do you think about this? And before I even process it, I'm already scanning their face, trying to figure out what they want to hear. Not because I'm manipulative, but because somewhere along the way I learned that my real opinion might not be safe. So I give them the version that keeps things smooth, the version that doesn't rock the boat, and that's the problem with fake confidence. It's not really about confidence at all. It's about control. You're trying to control how people see you, how they react to you, what they think of you, and the more you do it, the more you lose touch with who you actually are underneath all that effort. Someone once told me that confidence isn't about knowing you're right. It's about being okay with being wrong. And that hit me. Because when you're faking it, you can never be wrong. You can never slip up. You can never let the mask drop. Because if you do, people might see the truth. That you're scared, that you're uncertain, that you don't have all the answers. But here's what I've started to realize. That fear, that uncertainty, that's not weakness. That's just being human. And the people who actually matter, the ones worth keeping around, they don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be real. So how do you get back to real certainty? How do you stop performing and start just existing? I don't think there's a clean answer, but I think it starts with noticing. Noticing when you're about to say something and stopping to ask, is this actually what I think? Or is this what I think I should say? Noticing when you feel exhausted after a conversation and asking, was I really there? Or was I just managing how I was being seen? It's uncomfortable at first, because when you stop faking it, you have to sit with the uncertainty. You have to admit you don't know. You have to risk people not liking the real version of you. But here's the thing. The people who fall away when you stop performing, they were never really connected to you anyway. They were connected to the version you were pretending to be. And once you let go of that, once you stop trying so hard to appear confident, something shifts. You start to feel lighter. you start to care less about what people think. Not because you're arrogant, but because you're finally grounded in something real, in your own truth, even if that truth is, I don't know yet. Real certainty isn't about having all the answers. It's about being okay with not having them. It's about trusting yourself enough to figure it out as you go. And yeah, that's scarier than faking it, but it's also the only way to actually feel like yourself again. So if you've been performing for so long that you forgot what it feels like to just be, maybe it's time to stop. Maybe it's time to let the mask slip a little, to say, I don't know, out loud, to risk being seen as uncertain. Because the truth is, you've been faking confidence for so long, you forgot what real certainty feels like. And real certainty, it's worth finding again.